Hey everybody, it's Leah, and today we're going to talk about my knee surgery and how that went, and I'm post-op day 3. Alright everybody, so on Friday, February 15th, I had knee surgery on my right knee to remove some loose bodies and then also to tighten up my ligament that stabilizes my kneecap, so I'm going to talk about that. And then today is Monday, February 18th, so that means I'm post-op day 3, so I will also talk about how I'm doing and how the pain is, what the recovery's like, and so on and so forth. Also, if you hear like cat purring, my cat is like right down here. He's on the floor. I'm sitting on the floor because it's kind of hard to record moving around, but I'll explain all of that later on in the video. So let's get on with this. Alright, so let's just go timeline basically. So February 15th came around. I couldn't sleep the night before. I was like waking up every hour or so. I was just super like nervous and stressed out. Anyone who saw me in real life like Thursday or Wednesday knew I was like on the verge of a mental breakdown, like, oh my god, this surgery's happening. But yeah, I was really stressed out about it. But all in all, like, I realize now that I shouldn't have been so stressed out, but either way. February 15th came and my surgery was scheduled for 8 a.m. So they wanted me there 15 minutes before, so 7:45 a.m. So I left my house around 7:20. I was FaceTiming Adrian because I was like, oh my god, I'm stressing out. He was going to school, getting ready to go to first mod. Thank god he had freed the first mod. Oh, perfect. But yeah, I was really stressed out and we got there around 7:45, exactly when they wanted us, and checked in. We went to go sit in the waiting room, literally sat down, and someone came out and got me. Like, it was so perfect. Like, I didn't have to sit there and like wait and think about it more. I was just immediately called in and it was perfect. So great service so far. After that, we got pulled in. I was asked to give a urine sample because they needed to do like a pregnancy test. Obviously I wasn't pregnant, but then I was brought into my own room. It was done as an outpatient surgery, so I wasn't in the hospital. It was just a surgery center next to the place where I go for my orthopedics. So yeah, it wasn't a hospital or anything. So in that room, I got changed out of all my clothes except for my underwear and my socks, and was put on this hospital gown. They gave me a warm blanket, and that's when I started to get super nervous. Now, I wasn't getting super nervous about the surgery. I was actually really stressed out for the IV. So, sorry, my cat just moved and it scared me. But yeah, I was really stressed out about the IV because I hate needles. Like, they're really like scary for me and I just don't like the pinching. It's just, ugh, I don't see the point in it. But yeah, I was stressed out about it. But the nurse that was with me, her name was Tiana. She was so sweet about it. She was like really nice, and she told me everything she was doing, when she was gonna do it, and she prepared me for it. There was still the pinch and like the little sting and burn, but nothing too bad. I get my blood drawn like every year, so I'm kind of used to it now. It's uncomfortable. But yeah, she was super nice about it. I still kind of have scars here. You can't see them because the camera won't focus on that, but yeah, they're basically gone, and the sticky stuff and the bandages are gone that kept it there is basically all gone. I just have like a little bit of a pinch hole there, but not a big deal. It doesn't hurt or anything, it's just there, scarring. But yeah, and then after I got the IV, they gave me some fluids, and then we sat around for like half an hour because the operating room was still being used by someone else, so we had to wait a little bit till I could go. And that's when the anesthesiologist came in with her team. She had 2 nurses, and her, obviously, she came in and was talking to me about what they were going to give me, asked me some questions about allergies I have to anesthesia. I told her I had none because I've never had surgery or anesthesia before. And that was basically it. She then gave me 2 medicines. I don't know the names of them off the top of my head. One of them was for nausea and something else. Nausea and like probably sickness or whatever, that's the same thing. Anyways, nausea basically, and also one to relax me basically because they needed to prepare me for the real anesthesia, so they wanted me to be more relaxed, which I appreciated. Then she told me about how that I'll be intubated a little bit. There's going to be a tube that goes down my throat to pump in anesthetic gas and oxygen while I'm under. And that really didn't scare me that much. I just kind of like, I don't know, it just bothers me to know that there's things in my throat, but I like can't feel them or whatever. And she told me basically that I could get my tongue cut or a bit, or like my gum like ripped a bit, but it's not a big deal. My tongue is like cut right now, and the top of my mouth has like this tiny hole in it, which is really bothering me. It kind of hurts to eat with, but it'll go away, it'll heal. It's not the worst thing that could happen. So yeah, she left, and then maybe 10 minutes later, 3 nurses came in to start moving my bed. So they they brought down the guardrails to keep, and they started to push me down the hallway. Now, this is where my memory gets foggy. I remember laying in the bed saying goodbye to my mom, I'll see you in a little bit, blah, 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 blah. And then they started to pull me down the hall. There was one nurse at the end of my bed pulling me, and then she turned, we were passing the desk, and then that's it. Everything was gone. Like 50 feet down the hall, I was out. I don't remember anything else past that. I don't remember going into the OR. I don't remember coming out of the OR. I don't even remember getting anesthetic. Like, I thought the thing that the anesthesiologist gave me was just like a relaxant, but I don't know, it must have just knocked me out. I was also really tired, so I guess I was really like, what's the word? Not immune to it, basically. Like, I was really manipulatable. That's not a word, but you guys get what I mean, basically. So yeah, I don't remember anything from after those 50 feet going down the hallway, which I mean is pretty great. And then came me waking up in recovery. Now, this is like kind of strange because when I woke up, my eyes were closed. I like couldn't open them, and I felt someone like rubbing my arm, like, hey, wake up, you here? Come on, you gotta get up. And everyone was moving around me so fast. Like, this nurse was like just running around the room, and I couldn't see her, like my eyes were closed, but you know when you could like tell with the light basically that someone's moving past you fast, basically? It was really discomforting. Like, that's the one bad thing about the service. Like, everyone else before that was super nice, but this nurse just seemed like she had a lot better things to do and was just running around, and I was getting like really stressed out because like, shouldn't she not be rushing to like get me out of recovery? I don't know, but anyways, that really stressed me out, but it's okay. It's gone now. Don't know her name, don't know who she was, but she bothered me a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, I woke up in recovery and I was so cold. Now, if you know me, I never get cold. I'm always hot, I'm always sweaty, and I'm only cold if I'm sick. And I was freezing. It was like standing outside in the middle of the winter with just t-shirt and shorts on. It was that cold. I was shivering, and they gave me this nice warm blanket. When I was waking up, and I was like, man, you're really just gonna put me back to sleep now, aren't you? I don't know. But yeah, that's basically it. I was covered in blankets, so I couldn't see my knee yet, but I could kind of feel that moving it was going to be a little bit of an issue. After they gave me the warm blanket to cool me down, oh my god, or no, to warm me. Once they gave me the warm blanket to warm me up, I was a little more alert. I could feel the warmth on me, and I noticed that my eyes just kept tearing. Like, there was just tears streaming down my face, and I have no idea why. It was like I was just sobbing, and it was really strange. Like, I wasn't emotional or anything. I just like couldn't stop my tear ducts from just ugh. But yeah, that's basically it. I mean, after that, they took out the IV and slapped on a huge bandage on it so it wouldn't like bleed all over the place, obviously. That didn't really hurt, but I also don't really remember it, so maybe it did hurt, but I just don't remember now. The anesthesia must have given me some amnesia. But yeah. Then I was on my way home. They got me on a wheelchair, and I was put in the car. My leg actually no, not finally. I still couldn't see my leg because while I was still in the recovery room, they made me put on my sweatpants, so I still couldn't see what my leg looked like, which was kind of concerning to me because I was like, what are they trying to hide? What happened to my leg? Is it still there? It's still here. But I don't know why I thought about that, but basically that kind of stressed me out, but it's okay. So fast forward a bit, I got home and then I went right to sleep. We have this huge recliner in our living room. It's like one of those like old people recliners that are really big and cushy from like Lazy Boy and whatever. So that was like perfect for me, and my mom just set me up in it. She covered me with both of the blankets that we have in our living room, got me some water, brought me my phone, my AirPods, and I was out. I couldn't go on my phone, I couldn't listen to music, I wasn't texting anybody, I was just dead out. Like, I couldn't keep my eyes open. It was so bad. I just, like, I don't know. Then around maybe 2 o'clock-ish, my mom woke me up and she fed me some soup. And yeah, that was basically the rest of the day. I would sleep, then eat more soup, and sleep, and then eat more soup, and sleep, and then I finally went to sleep for good that night. And yeah, that was basically the day of the surgery. I got home around 10 a.m. The surgery, like me being in the OR, only took like 30 minutes, which was so surprising to me. I was like, whoa. He must have just went supersonic speed, like Edward Scissorhands up in my knee. But yeah, basically it was like super quick, and he was like, everything went great. This is what my mom told me that he said. He was like, everything went great. It was super fast. She's in recovery. Let's go now. So yeah, that was around 10 a.m. and then I went home. Actually, I'm forgetting something. That same night, oh, hi, cat. That same night, I was actually conscious, that's in and out. And in the evening, I was like, oh my God, I want Chinese food. In the squad group chat with Lexi, Asha, and Adrian, I was like, oh my God, I want Chinese food. And Adrian was on his, well, no, actually he wasn't. He had to go somewhere the next day, so he was like busy packing and sleeping and like getting ready for his trip and practicing and stuff. And Asha texts in the group chat after say, I want Chinese food, and she says, Leah, what's your favorite kind of Chinese food? And me being like basically unconscious and having a lot of amnesia, I was like, oh, I really love vegetable lo mein. Didn't connect 2 and 2 together, the fact that, or 3 actually, she has a car, she has money, and I wanted Chinese food. Those 3 things didn't really connect for me until Lexi and Asha showed up at my door with vegetable lo mein, and I was just like so out of it. They could tell. They walked in, they were like, you look really high right now. And I was like, you're right. I was just like in my own head. I just couldn't, I was not there. I was just like dazing in and out of sleep, and they sat on the couch for a little bit and then they had to go home. But that was really nice that they came and visited, especially the day of my surgery. Even though I don't really remember much of what we talked about, I remember them being there because I'm still eating the Chinese food. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, nothing really happened post-op day 1 actually, which would have been Saturday. Actually that's a lie. Okay, post-op day 1 on Saturday, Lexi came over, she brought Panera for us for lunch around 2:30, and then she had to go babysit at 4, so she left around maybe like 3:45. It was just really nice for her to be here. I also don't remember much of that visit, which is really disappointing. Like, I have one video from it that I put on my Snapchat story, but like besides that, I don't really remember much of it. Besides the food was good, but yeah, it's okay. I know she was here. That's all that counts. But I don't think we talked about anything specific or like special or anything. And if we did, I'm so sorry, Lexi. But it's, you know, that's what happens. But yeah. That brings us to post-op day 2, sorry, which was yesterday, Sunday, the 17th. Nothing really happened actually yesterday. Adrian and I just texted basically the whole day, and I was watching Minecraft. I'm getting back into a Minecraft phase, so that's like low-key scary. Matt the cat, please do not knock over my camera. He's like behind the camera right now, sniffing it, like, okay, good, he's walking away. But yeah, nothing really happened yesterday. I was just watching Minecraft videos, falling asleep. Then we got burgers for dinner, and that was very good, but also, I just felt really gross after eating it. It was really weird. I usually love to eat them, but just the grease, I think, just bothered me. I don't know. But yeah, that whole day was like basically a wash. Today, actually, like basically just started. I'm recording this at like 8:45 in the morning. So like I just woke up, I got downstairs, and I'm recording this video. So I bet you're wondering if I'm on crutches or not, how my knee is doing, what it looks like, and basically my pain level. So no, I am not on crutches. I was on crutches on Friday and Saturday mainly, and then yesterday I kind of weaned myself off of them and used them just to go upstairs a bit. Basically my knee has to be kept straight and in an immobilizer, so you can't, if you think about it, every time you take a step, you bend your knee just a little bit, and I can't do that with this brace on. So I can put weight on it. That's not a big deal. I'm supposed to be putting weight on it. But it's kind of hard to walk when you can't bend your knee a little bit. I don't know if that makes sense, but like if you want to get up right now and try walking with just straight legs, or wait, like maybe just one straight leg, you'll realize that it's really hard. And I mean, that's basically why I used the crutches for the first 2 days. But then afterwards, like yesterday and today, I basically just started to walk around, and I have this huge limp. And if I'm sitting for a couple hours and then I get up to stand and walk, that's a bit of an issue because my knee stiffens up as I'm sitting down. But besides that, I'm usually okay walking around by myself and going up and down stairs. I actually went up the stairs last night to go to bed by myself without the crutches, and I came down the stairs this morning without the crutches, also by myself. So we're making a lot of good progress. I'm doing all the post-operative exercises that they provided me with that I need to do to make sure my knee doesn't like stiffen up or anything. And it's just been really helpful. Like, I don't know, my doctor is super nice, and all the exercises are not too hard, and they basically just kind of train my knee how to be a knee again. Even though like they barely did surgery, they did tighten up the ligament that stabilizes my kneecap, so we need to retrain that ligament basically. So yeah, I also haven't been able to shower for 72 hours from Friday, so I'm very crusty, and I can't shower until my mom gets home, which is going to be probably this afternoon. So that's fun. But yeah, I mean, not showering for 72 hours really, my hair is like super greasy. That's why it's up in a ponytail, but you probably can still tell it's greasy. That's okay. But yeah, on regards of pain level, actually just sitting here, like my knees out straight in front of me over here, no pain. Literally just no pain at all. I could, if I stand up, however, maybe it'll go to like a 2 or a 3, but the most it's ever gotten, even post-surgery, was maybe a 5. It was never past a 5. It was just always like moderate to very mild pain. I've also been on 3 ibuprofen from Friday to this morning when I changed to 2. That really helped monitor the pain. I took it around the clock, so every 4 hours I would take 3 ibuprofen. That was doctor recommended, so I'm fine. I'm not gonna like kill my kidneys or anything. But yeah, that's basically all about my surgery. It happened Friday the 15th. It went really well. All the nurses were super nice, except for that one that was rushing around my room in recovery. That was stressful. But yeah, I got home, ate soup, slept. My friends came to visit on Friday and Saturday. And yeah, that basically brings me to today. We're still moving forward with progress. I can finally take off the big ACE bandage dressing today to actually get a look at my stitches and the incisions, which I might end up posting a video about, just like wound care and stuff and how I'm taking care of it. But I don't really know because people are squeamish about that sometimes. So I'll have to see how I feel about it, if I want to really show that off. But yeah, other than that, recovery is going extremely well. I'm able to walk, and although I do have a major limp, I am able to walk, which I'm grateful for. And yeah, my next doctor's appointment is February the 27th, which is a Thursday at around 11 a.m. So then I'll go and he'll examine my knee to see what we need to do next. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.